What is up, y'all? This is your girl, Sicily from jamthehype.com, and I am here with Andy Mineo.
She said my name right. I'm excited about that.
So, man, what's up, man? How's everything going?
I'm chilling. I'm in Fort Myers, and it's warm. Very warm. It's shorts weather, so I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. So, man, my dude just got a chance to publicly announce that he got recently an engagement. How is that going for you? And what can you say to young married couples that are about to get married? What's some advice you can give them?
Young engaged couples, yeah, I just got engaged. Yay me. Engagement is a weird land. It's a weird territory, and it's difficult because when you're dating, you're just dating. You're just, you kind of know exactly your boundaries and exactly what's going on. You're getting to know each other. You're committed to each other, but you're not married. And but when you're married, you're full blown. You're all the way in it. You live together. All that stuff. Engagement is this weird place where you're full blown committed to each other, and you're waiting on a ceremony. To be able to move in and really do all those things. So you're kind of like, we're buying stuff for our apartment together, but I don't live there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we're thinking about furniture and colors, but I'm not there. And, so it's kind of this weird in-between place, because we're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just she's living there alone until we get married, then I'm going to move in and stuff. So I'm living in, I live in my spot, she's there, and it's just this weird in-between place. And so, yeah. But it's only for a couple more months. So
got you. So congratulations! I know you're super excited about that. That's great. And I was gonna ask you too. Now I just recently actually saw you. Just got on. Was it MTV or was it BET? I believe it was BET 106 in Park, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you were 106 in Park, and they just featured Uno Seis. How'd that feel, man? How'd that make you feel at that moment? I know you've done some interviews with Suede and stuff, and as far as it's progressing, what's been on your mind about that? Yeah,
well, I mean, I grew up watching 106 in Park and seeing the videos and stuff, so to be able to be on there myself for the first time was nuts. It was like, wow, this is real life. So, now people have an opportunity to go and vote me on the countdown. So, go to BET.com, go to 106 area, 106 in Park, and make sure to vote us on there. That'd be the first time I think we have something on the countdown, the 116 on the Shame movement. So it'd be dope to see that happen. But it's a strange area to navigate. It's new territory. And so just taking a lot of prayer and thought into how I want to approach that and engage that world a little bit. So
absolutely, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all better go to 106 in Park, vote for Andy Mineo. Uno Seis 116 for a little translation out there for everybody. Let's check. I'm gonna go on my Instagram real quick. I had to ask some people to ask me some questions they might want to know about you. And somebody said KJ and Andy are actually my two top favorite artists. How do you two discover your voice and style, and how has that changed over time? And what were the key moments in your career that changed your influence on music?
Yeah. There was a ton of questions in there. Okay. I think how do you find your style and your sound? That's something that's always evolving. You know what I mean? Usually what happens is you're inspired by something, and so you gravitate towards it and you make something like it, because you're trying to recreate something great that you once saw. And then in the process of creating something, in even mimicking or copying or, looking in the mirror and trying to do what you saw on TV, those kind of things, you all of a sudden to discover, oh, this is what they did to make that move, and you start to discover how they did it. And then when you discover how they did it, that's when you can take it and evolve it and do something different with it, or bring your own flavor or flair to it, or your own taste. And, it's always being aware of your surroundings and being authentic to, I think, who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at Nas and you see Queensbridge, you know what I'm saying, and you're like, I want to be like Nas. And you try rapping like Nas, and you're like, all right, now I got the technique down, how he rapped, but my experiences aren't Queensbridge projects. My experiences are Syracuse, New York. Now what do I have? You know what I'm saying? You start to, it's like a melting pot of influence and originality and your own personality. And you just find it over time by continuing to push yourself and create.
Absolutely. Now you're working on a new project. Mm-hmm. That's dope. I've been able to see some behind the scenes footage. I think that's super dope. One thing I gotta say that I love about you is that you've always you've kind of stepped up the bar as far as always getting a team together to kind of like get around you and say, okay, let's create something together to make the project as good as it can be. And what is different about this project that you're currently working on compared to Neverland, which was a great project, which I think is actually one of those projects that will be able to stand the test of time. It's one of those projects you'll hear it and then you know that 5 years later it will be relevant still because it was your style. It wasn't somebody you were trying to copy. So on this next project, what is going to be completely different that you're bringing to the table, and even production wise and behind the scenes, that is going to step it up from Neverland?
Yeah. Well, thank you for the compliments, by the way. I think Neverland, I was really finding my niche, really finding who I want to be as an artist. And now what's happening is I think this next album that I'm working on is just going to be a continuation of that, even more refinement. And I think one thing that I've noticed is the older I get, the more simple I get in a lot of ways. So simplification in even the way I dress, you know what I'm saying? Simplification in the way I create music and my taste and stuff like that. So I think you're going to hear Andy a little more mature with a little more life experience, but also exploring different styles of music. Actually, not as much exploring different styles of music as it is like honing into my sound and exploring different like textures. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, the producers that I worked with are giving me a really dope sound that I feel is relevant and still around the corner in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And I think now more than ever, I've realized that I have vision for songs and vision for records as opposed to just beat makers sending me beats and then like, you know, just put a chorus and a verse on it. Now it's kind of like there's a whole thought process behind creating each song. And the vision is really, I think, what separates artists from rappers or singers, you know, is being able to see a vision and execute it. So.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot, and we're gonna put you on the spot, and I always do this called a lightning round. So what I do is I ask people these questions, and you literally have 2 seconds to answer. I'm just gonna answer like either or. You have to pick either one. Okay. All right, so I'll do 5 questions just to make it fast.
Don't get me in trouble.
Okay, I won't get you in trouble. All okay, right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks?
Starbucks.
KB or Lecrae?
Lecrae.
Hip hop or pop?
Hip hop.
Man, New York or Florida?
New York.
Miami Heat or Spurs?
Heat.
All right, you're good.
All right, there we go. You got me in trouble on one of them. Both, KB and Lecrae.
Man, you guys can check out Andy Mineo on Twitter at Andy Mineo. At Andy Mineo, correct?
Yeah, at Andy Mineo, M-I-N-E-O.
And you can also check out his website at andymineo.com and also check out reachrecords.com. This is your girl, Sicily. Thank you so much, Andy, for letting us interview you. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Peace.